Hello and welcome to the Cross Rivendell Trail. I will be hiking up Mount Cube today because I like hiking up mountains that are named after platonic solids. Next up will be Mount Tetrahedron, then Mount Octahedron, Dodecahedron, and Icosahedron. No, that was a joke. I was just kidding. Mount Cube is by far the only mountain in New Hampshire, I believe, that is named after a platonic solid. This trail has a nice name, Cross Rivendell Trail. Very Lord of the Rings inspired. Already seeing some really nice wildflowers. Is this a trillium? I'm not sure. Mount Cube, Picasso's favorite mountain. That was a very highbrow, artsy kind of joke. That's a woodpecker. Crazy how loud it is. The cathode ray tube is that way. The granite just keeps going. That's so cool. This is what happens when you go into a hike without expectations. You get surprised, which is pretty cool. Just goes to show the amount of planning that goes into these terrible ideas. Not much. Let's see here. Yes, according to my intel, that metal pole sticking out of a triangle is right about where the summit is. So, right around here. And I shall give you a quick overview of what you can see from here. Drop my poles. That big hump in the foreground is Smart's Mountain, over which the Appalachian Trail passes. And guess where it goes next on its journey northbound? Right there, right over the top of Mount Cube, this mountain. And then over there, I'll show some zoomed in shots because you can't really see it on the GoPro probably, but you can see Camel's Hump. Over there you can see like Killington Peak. Over that way in the background you can see some other New Hampshire mountains like Mount Kearsarge and the sort. Anyhow, there is another viewpoint that I shall take you to. And that maybe shows a different angle. I don't know. We're about to find out. So the Appalachian Trail comes from that way and continues to the right. And once again, critical race theory. No, just kidding. The Cross Rivendell Trail is the one I came up. So yeah, right now I am on the Appalachian Trail, and for a very short period of time I will be on it as I wind my way across the summit of this mountain to a spur trail that is supposed to take you to another viewpoint. And then there's a sketchy rock outcropping here, and the trail makes a really awkward hairpin turn. So instead of going that way, you go back this way. Anyhow, ooh, there's some ice in here. I just slipped on ice on April 29th. 2025. I slipped on ice in New Hampshire. Okay, after wandering my way along the Appalachian Trail just a little bit, I'm going to take this North Peak side trail. The rocks are sparkly up here. I realized the same thing like on Smarts Mountain and Mount Cube, which are all part of the same range. The rocks are kind of sparkly and like ice, almost sparkly and translucent a little bit. I haven't seen this elsewhere in the White Mountains, so it's cool. It's definitely cool to see, but beyond that I can't really comment on why this range in particular has a different rock type. I mean, this I would characterize as a cool view. Yes. So very prominently over there you can see Mount Moosilauke, which is kind of the southwesternmost 4,000 footer, so it's like 4,800 feet high. And the AT, that's where you're headed next if you're hiking the Appalachian Trail. You're headed directly towards that mountain. And I'll show you a picture. I think you can just barely see the summit of Mount Washington. The mountain was broken. Luckily, I'm here to fix it. There you go. All fixed. Yes, I have indeed confirmed that the very tippy top of Mount Cube is visible from the summit of Mount Washington. So that must be the very tippy top of Washington, just visible behind that ridgeline there, which is part of the Moosilauke range. And if it weren't for Moosilauke, you would be able to see the Franconia Ridge from here, but unfortunately that blocks the view. And that's a cool bird. Very cool bird. Yeah, I'm at about the end of the rocky, ledgy area where you have views. So, yeah, this is it. This is the North Cube. The North Cube. The Cube of the North. There's a northern cube and a main cube. This is the North Cube that you access via a spur trail. As I've been sitting under this glaring sun, the UV index is like a gajillion today. I realized that I've been slowly deteriorating mentally. This sort of moss, bendy tree, and rock combo gotta be one of my favorite combos. Very good. Tree that grew out of a rock.